don't like to work together. Yes, we got Periscope working, we got Twitter working, I think we got Facebook working, and it seems like I'm not going to be able to do the other one until we hook the next computer up. I thought we had YouTube going too, but it doesn't look like YouTube is working the way I wanted it to do. Well, it's supposed to play through. It's supposed to do 3 streams at once, and it seems to be each computer seems to have a limitation where it's not letting me do, because I tested these last night and I had my YouTube stream working, but I didn't try it in conjunction with Twitter and Periscope. So I'm thinking that I'm going to need that computer to do the other one. So, and then, James, I hope I don't need a computer for each one I'm going to stream, but it's starting to look that way. So,
well, then then it's like you go set them all up and you go ding, 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 ding.
Well, I wish it was that easy. I don't have that many hands, unfortunately, but it looks like Periscope.
Well, then you handle 2 and I'll handle 2.
Well, you're going to get one. You're going to get the one that I give you, which will be the next time that we do this. Now let's see. We should be okay on the Periscope, and we should be okay on the which other one? We're Periscope and Twitter and Facebook. So I'm really bummed about the YouTube, because I really expected to be able to do that tonight, but hey, you can't have everything. If you could, where would you put it all? That's what I wanted to know. Okay, let's see if it looks like it's in there's Facebook. We got Facebook. All right, and then the Twitter should be right here, and the Periscope should be same place. Okay, we're looking to see if everything's working the way it's supposed to. That looks like it is. Yeah, okay, good. All right, that means we can proceed as scheduled. This is too much work. I need an engineer. I need Sparky.
Well, get him back here.
Yeah, I need something. But, yeah, it's kind of fun when it works. When it doesn't work, it's not so fun. So, anyway, we'll get it working. I'm going to get this all working, and this is going to be really, really cool when we're done with it. Just has to be complicated, unfortunately, because they can't make it easy. So.
Well, that's why you're the brains of the outfit.
Well, I think there's another way I can do it, too, that would allow me to run multiple. I haven't figured out if it's going to work or not. But anyway, I think we got a good show tonight. We're going to talk about some interesting things with the movies, and then we're going to talk about...
But you know what we should do first?
What's that?
We should wish happy birthday to somebody.
As long as it's not Nigel.
It is Nigel. Yeah, today our buddy Nigel has a birthday.
He's 63.
Really?
Yeah. Why, you don't think so?
No. He's not older than me.
He's older than me.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is. He doesn't talk to me anymore. He's, it's sad. You know, I gave him all that fame and fortune. Fame, maybe. Anyway. Yeah, I sent him a happy birthday today. So, he's probably out partying with all his friends, and...
He moved to Vegas, didn't he?
What?
Wait a minute. I'll have to look, because I thought I saw where he said he moved somewhere.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know. That would be news to me. So...
let me look. Yeah, I thought I saw something where it said he was moving.
I kind of doubt it.
Right now he's in California.
What's he doing in California?
Partying.
Who's he with?
Selena Majors and Dave McLean.
All right. Well, see?
And he was in Vegas.
Okay. We're allowed to go to Vegas. I bet you went to Cauliflower Alley Club.
Probably.
That's something I want to do yet. That's something I'd love to do because actually I should have done that this year. So, Wonder if maybe it's not over yet. I'll have to take a look and see when it is, because maybe I will go to Vegas for that. That'd be fun.
I think it is, because...
it is what?
It was just recent because... what is his name? I can picture him. He tagged with Chris Van Tassel, or Cross Van Tassel. What is his name? Rick Ryder?
I don't know. You tell me. All right, let's see. Let's see when it was or is. Cauliflower Alley Club. The 53rd reunion T-shirt update. Let's see. Moondog Moretti. There's our Bruno Sammartino. I'm very sad about that. Okay. When is it? I guess I can let you guys see what I'm looking at. Let's show you. There we go. All right. So, looking here. Oh, here's a reunion. Okay, it doesn't say 2018 reunion countdown. Maybe it hasn't happened yet. Let me see. Here's a reunion. 2018 reunion. It is coming up in a second or two. And it says... When is it? Doesn't say. Hey, come on, tell me. I should have done this one ahead of time. Okay, here is... Well, it doesn't give me the Shawn
okay.
Michaels. Let's see what it says. Brian Blair had a video here. Okay, Hannibal TV will be covering the 2018 Cauliflower Alley Club. Okay, why don't we have sound? Maybe there isn't any.
Hi, I'm B. Brian Blair from
Killer
Bees, and you might know me now as the president of the Cauliflower Alley Club, and I'm very, very honored to be in this position, and it's very humbling to know what the Cauliflower Alley Club does.
That's right.
Our mission statement at the Cauliflower Alley Club is simple. Anybody that's worked in the professional wrestling industry and made a living in the professional wrestling industry for over 3 years is eligible for financial assistance when they fall on financial hardships. And believe me, many of the people that we've loved and admired and still love and admire, they fall on financial hardships, either from, lack of insurance, adequate insurance. I don't know if everybody knows this, but as a wrestler, and in the wrestling industry, there's no union, there's no savings guide, there's no 401ks, there's nothing like that, no insurance. You have to do it yourself. And either from a lack of planning standpoint or from guys that made a ton of money that simply succumb to diseases, divorces, financial scams, lots of different things. People fall on financial hardships, and that's what the Cauliflower Alley Club is all about.
I wonder if, he's explaining what it was about, but we found the answer is that it was just this past weekend. Or was it this weekend?
April 30th to May 2nd.
April 30th to May 2nd. Yeah. So that's when was that? 2 weekends.
That was last week.
Okay. Yeah. I thought so. So it was real recent anyway. So
I was going to say, I knew it was recent because Rick Ryder was out there.
Yeah. Well, so...
You just have to plan for next year.
What was it going for? What was I... I don't remember what the point was.
Nigel. We were talking Nigel.
Yeah, okay. That Nigel guy. So, anyway, so now we know. All right. Time to go. On to more stuff. There was only 2 movies opening this weekend. Now, next weekend is the big one. Deadpool. And then the next weekend is bigger. Solo.
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, that too. So, all right, let's see what we got here. First off, let's see. Our last weekend was 3 independent movies. Bad Samaritan, Overboard, and Tully opened. And they were independent films, so I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of them. However, the one did really well. And, I mean, considering, but it was up against Avengers, and Avengers stomped everybody.
Again.
Yeah, well, it's up to $1 billion.
Cool.
So that's where it was. Anyway, I only saw one movie, and that was Bad Samaritan, and that was actually pretty good. And that was the bottom of the
Samurai.
three. That was the one that was that did the worst of the three. According,
That's because the title was wrong.
so I said I said Overboard was going to do first. You said Bad Samaritan was going to do first. So I got 1 point for that. I said Overboard was going to do 12 million. You said it was going to do 15, so you got 1 point for that. I said Bad Samaritan was going to be second, and it was Tully. So Tully ended up doing. Let's see here. I said it was going to do. I said Tully was going to do 2.5 million. It didn't. It did
3.2.
3.2. You said it was going to do 10, so I get a point there. We both said it was going to do third, and it did second.
I know, that just doesn't seem right.
So, Overboard did first. Bad Samaritan did third. I get a point for Bad Samaritan. So I got 2 points. You got 1 point, and no points for Tully because we were, well, you would get a point for Tully because you were closer. Wait, no.
But I went over.
No, I said 2.5. You said 10.
Yes.
So I get a point there. Bad Samaritan, I said it would do 2 million. You said it would do 15 million. So Bad Samaritan did okay. So I won. I smoked you on that. It was you got 1 point,
let you,
and I got 3 or 4.
I let you.
So that's not bad for me. I mean, let's see what the total of the big stuff. The big three. I said Avengers, followed by Overboard, followed by A Quiet Place.
You scuzz.
You said Avengers, followed by A Quiet Place, by I Feel Pretty. You were close on that because you said.
Yeah, but you had them in the right order.
Yes, I did. So I smoked you. You're not even in the game. All right. This week we have 2. One is called Breaking In. And I didn't really remember what this was about until I actually saw the trailer. Then I remembered what it was. So the trailer for this is interesting because what?
You're on my cord.
Oh, you always whine about this. There. I'm like, no, I'm still on it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, so I didn't remember what this was about until I saw the trailer again. So this actually potentially could be a pretty cool movie. It's nice because it's different from all the ones we've seen. It's not your same old movie. This is really actually pretty interesting. I think this will do really well. So we'll see how it does here. This is about a mother with that is out in the country. I don't know what reason she did for being out in the country, but these guys come after her for some reason, and they kind of hold the kids in.
Well, you know this is Mother's Day weekend, so that'd be the perfect time to release it.
There you go. Here you go.
Supposed to see your boyfriend. Whatever, he's not my boyfriend.
Then why did he make you a playlist filled with sex songs?
Oh my God, shut up, Mom.
A whole playlist.
You grew up here?
Why are you selling it?
That's what you do when someone passes away.
Check it out. Fully automated security system. Windows have retractable shields. This place is a fortress.
I guess some people get paranoid in their old age. What were you trying to hide, Dad?
I just want to say again how sorry I was to hear about your father.
I just want to make it through the weekend and come home.
Mom?
I swear to God, if you're hiding something.
What do you want?
We want something in the house.
I will do anything to protect my kids.
Do exactly what I say, or you and your kids will not survive this night. You understand?
Yo!
She's gone. Find her.
She took out the lights.
She's smart. But we have her kids. Now, she's desperate.
I'm just a mom. You have no clue what I'm capable of.
She's in the house.
This isn't gonna work! You're done!
You know this.
I broke into the wrong house.
You know, it's easier to break in than to
break out.
Yeah, something like that. Looks pretty good. I think that would be a good movie to watch, especially because it's a thriller. So I think it'll do real well for Mother's Day. And the other one that is open is called Life of the Party, which is a comedy. And this is the one you've been waiting for. Oh, shoot. Did I pick the wrong one? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, good.
Hello all. This mediation is here to help facilitate your divorce. You will all be civilized, and you will please address all speech to me, to you.
So even if we want to talk to one another, we can't. I mean, if I wanted to say, Dina, I am going to have a beautiful life with your husband. Dina.
I can't believe you brought her.
I can't believe you brought Christine.
I can't believe you shacked up with a bitch.
I just want to say for the record, I just needed an upgrade in my life, Deanna.
You son of a bitch. I'm sorry, you son of a bitch.
You're the son of a bitch.
You're the son of a bitch.
I am Jet.
23 years of marriage just down the tubes. What am I gonna do? I'm a 40-something-year-old woman that doesn't even have a degree. Oh my God. I know what I'm gonna do.
Let me see you rock.
I don't regret staying at home and being your mom, but I regret not getting my degree.
That's why somebody's mom just enrolled in college. Beep, beep, beep. It's me. I want the full experience.
Oh, hell no. I don't know what's sadder, the mom perm or the mom boobs.
These allow this one to suckle at these teeth for 28 months. I wear them around my waist
about this now.
proudly.
This isn't the time.
Get ready for the wildlife.
There goes the neighborhood, huh?
Uh-oh. I cannot stay out of this unbelievable chocolate.
It is weed bark, so maybe I would probably hold off from having any more. Just because...
What is it?
You're such
For 20 years, I worried about what I wasn't doing right, what I could have been doing better. You have a moment here if you take it.
Oh my God, Mom!
Don't jump to conclusions. You don't know what's happening here.
It looks like my mother is doing the walk of shame out of a frat house.
Oh, okay. Yes, technically that's what's happening. Let's just go.
You know what? I'm older. I'm wiser. This, essentially a Google. Ask me anything.
Turn off your Google.
It can't be turned off.
Okay, I don't like it.
Get ready for the wildlife.
I did not know they were going to be here. What is on your lobe, Dan?
It's an earring. Works for Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford blew up the Death Star and freed a galaxy. What have you done, Dan?
Maybe we can have a new game.
Change the rules again?
No, this is an additional game.
Oh, no. Okay.
Which movie will Mom want to see?
Oh, that's easy.
This one?
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure she would want to see this one. Yeah, I think this is going to be a funny one. I think that she likes comedies better than she likes the other things. So that's, without a doubt, that's the one she wants. All right, so that leaves us with We got to pick the big. We got to pick. No, we got to pick the which of the two, and then we're going to pick the big three. So.
See, I like it when there's two because even though it makes it harder, it makes it easier.
All right. So we got two. We got Breaking In, which is the one about the. That's to 2,500 theaters. And we got Life of the Party. I think we're going to pick the same for both as far as the order for some reason, because I think we are pretty sure that the problem is how much are they going to generate. So I'm going to be conservative on mine, and let's see. All right, I'm ready.
So am I.
But then this weekend's going to be a holiday weekend, so they may do better than I thought. Okay, I'm going to stick with where I am. Okay, what do you want?
I'm going to say Life of the Party.
That's what I thought. And what do you say?
20 million.
20 million. I said 15. All right. And Breaking In is obviously 2.
Right.
All right. And what?
10.
10 million. I said 8.
Because I just can't see a movie like that, because it's coming out on Mother's Day, that mothers are going to want to see that.
Right. All right. Okay. And then the big 3.
I have Avengers first.
Hold on. I didn't pick mine. It's okay. I'm going to pick Avengers anyway. Let's see here. I forget the Life of the Party. Okay. And I am going to say okay, I'm going to pick.
You only have 30 seconds, dude.
Yeah, but I can't think what the other one's called. What was the...
Right there's the name.
No, that's not the name. What's the other new one?
Breaking In.
Breaking In, yeah. Okay, I got mine. What are you doing?
I'm going to say Avengers first. Life of the Party second.
That's what I did too.
Overboard third.
But there's where the difference is. Overboard, you're going to give third. Okay, well, I used Breaking In as third. So that's the difference. That's the thing that's going to make the difference as to whether or not one of us makes points. All right. Oh, overboard. Overboard. I can't spell for nothing today. Jeez.
Hashtag it must be Tuesday.
All right, so that's the 3 that. All right, I think that could be interesting because Bad Samaritan didn't do as well as I'd like it to do. Overboard didn't do well either overall, but because of it being the holiday weekend, it might do better. But it only had 1,500 theaters versus Breaking In, which has 2,500 theaters. So. It's going to be interesting to see where it comes in. You know, it could go either way with those. So, I guess we are going to find out, and we may have a new winner next week if you pulled it off. All right, we got a lot of stories here. First one. Now, I can't think anybody didn't see this coming, but. The big deal is that Roman Polanski, do you remember him?
The name sounds familiar.
Best-selling author Michael Connelly, Undercover.
He was in trouble for having sex with underage children at I think it was in the 70s or 80s. So they've been trying to kick him out of the Academy Awards for a long time. But as it is, they have taken their stand on Bill Cosby and Roman Polanski at the same time. And thanks to Bill Cosby, Roman Polanski has been kicked out of the Academy.
Wow.
And so has Bill Cosby, unfortunately. So, here's the story, I think. Let's see here, I gotta do this. And this. Hopefully. Bill Cosby's career as entertainer, let's see, is appearing on both big and small screens, on stage as a comedian, and has won numerous awards. But he's also been accused of sexually assaulting dozens of women. I Spy. Here, this is the clip I think we saw last week. Why isn't this playing music or something? That's kind of strange. Should have been playing music. Is it because I know why. Oh, how about if I do that? There it is. We saw this clip last week anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter because we saw this clip anyway. It says Bill Cosby and Roman Polanski are no longer members of the Hollywood's most important organizations, the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences. The group behind the Academy Awards has voted to expel actor and director from its membership, according to a statement from the organization, which cited its conduct standards. The board continues to encourage ethical standards that require members to uphold the Academy's values of respect for human dignity. Cosby was found guilty of 3 counts of aggravated assault and aggravated indecent assault, and it's really kind of, it's sad because this is the guy we all looked up to. He was the father figure that we all wanted.
Right.
And it's weird to think about all of the things that he's done positive in the industry, especially for black people. He broke through many things that that other people before him were unable to do, and it's really sad to see him fall like this. But deservedly, if he did all this stuff, it does come back to bite you in the butt. But it came back late.
But. And I was just sitting here thinking about this. We all looked up to him.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. He's a father figure.
Right, but knowing that you and I just recently watched a Paterno movie.
Yep.
And that whole Jerry Sandusky thing. I mean, people looked up to him, too. Now, it wasn't the same charges, but Jerry Sandusky, too, was an icon, not as big as Bill Cosby, but... Jerry in his own right.
Yeah, but Jerry destroyed his own right. The thing that's sad about that movie is that Jerry Sandusky brought down Joe Paterno.
Yes.
The only one that fell here was Cosby.
Cosby, yeah.
He didn't bring anybody down with him.
But it's just bad.
But
it's sad that people with that kind of reputation...
Power.
Yeah, power.
And the thing is, Bill Cosby had been rumored to be doing this stuff for years and years, and nobody ever took it seriously.
Kid Sandusky.
Yeah, it's really sad because
so it's almost the same but yet different.
It is pretty much the same. Bill Cosby is the one that created all this hubbub about sexual misconduct and has brought down a lot of people. Matt Lauer and all these people were brought down because of Cosby. Basically, all of a sudden the Me Too thing started, and it came out of this whole Cosby thing. So, it's sad that the person we looked up to turned out to be such a scumbag. So, anyway, it's sad. It is really sad in a lot of ways. Let me see here. I want to see which story this is. If this is going to be what I think it's going to be, I hope it is, because if it isn't, it's going to really screw me up here. I don't know why Trump's picture came up. It wasn't supposed to be about Trump. Let's see here. Just want to make
Trump's
sure.
president. His picture's allowed to come up anywhere.
Well, there's a few things I want to say about Trump later on, but not any necessarily bad things. That's what I thought. Okay. This is more about Kim Kardashian. Basically, it says here, some refer to prison as a place where hope dies. Some days I found that to be almost right, but at the beginning of my time, I made a pact. I wouldn't give up. Each time I've come close, God has restored my faith. So the unlikely voices of Kim Kardashian West and Jared Kushner came together to shine a spotlight on my case. Only thank God for he works in mysterious ways. I've received media coverage before, but nothing like this. The outpouring of support from people all across the country has been overwhelming. And more than 200,000 people signed a petition online for my release. Now, who are we talking about? Do you have any idea? You probably don't, because this is someone that wouldn't come in your... in front of you. It says here, and it couldn't come at a better time. With Mother's Day around the corner, the very thought of being with my family for the first time in 22 years makes me smile. The day before Christmas 2016, President Barack Obama gave a second chance in the form of clemency to 231 people, including my friend Sharanda Jones. I was not among them, but since much of myself were incarcerated on drug-related charges, I feel I know their stories. The person that Kim Kardashian is trying to get out of jail is Alice Marie Johnson. In 1996, I was given a death sentence without sitting on death row. I was convicted on a first-time nonviolent drug offender to life behind bars in federal prison. Since I went to prison, the laws governing my wrongdoing have changed. If I were convicted again today for the same crime, my life might look different. In November 2016, as I was preparing to put on a short play I wrote called The Strength to Be, a fellow inmate pulled me aside and gave me the news that the Obama administration had just started announcing the next slate of clemencies. My mind went racing. What if this would be my chance to be reunited with my outside world, to see my family, or what is left of it? For 20 years I've been incarcerated. I won't lie. It's hard to keep hope of freedom alive for that long, but my faith in God has carried me this far. So this woman was put in jail on drug-related charges, and since then the laws have changed, and she's still in jail. She's 22 years in jail.
Wow.
She hasn't seen her family or anything. I don't know too much about this person. I just read about this article, and I thought, wow, how crazy is that you would be put away for years and years on death row. She was put away on death row for drug-related charges, and she never killed anyone.
Did they have any other place to put her?
Well, the law said back then, where it says here, before my incarceration, I had a full-time life. I married my childhood sweetheart and became mother to 5 children. As the years went on, I became a facilitator, training people on how to be good managers. I was a manager at FedEx for 7 years. Life for a time was good. But after almost 2 decades together and a tumultuous relationship, my husband and I divorced in 1989. It was at that time my life began to spiral out of control. I lost my job, and my youngest son was tragically killed in a motorcycle accident. No mother should have to bury her child. The weight was unbelievable. It was a burden I could not sustain. I made some poor decisions out of desperation. I want this to be clear. I acknowledge that I have done wrong. I made the biggest mistake of my life to make ends meet and got involved with people selling drugs. I was on the road, this was a road I never dreamed of venturing down. I became what is called a telephone mule, passing messages between distributors and sellers. I participated in drug conspiracy and I was wrong. So she never did anything like the drug seller who was out there pushing drugs. I participated in a drug conspiracy, and I was wrong. My trial took a toll on my family. At the time of my conviction, I had 2 children in college and a senior in high school. Bryant, the senior, ended up dropping out of school because of my trial. Tritessa had a good-paying job with Motorola and was flying down to support me. Members of the community were at my hearings encouraging me and hoping for the best, but I was convicted October 31st, 1996, and sentenced to prison. The day after my oldest son, Charles, celebrated his 20th birthday, it was the first birthday spent away from me. It was hard to imagine. I have now served 20 years in prison for being a telephone mule. So basically, she has been in prison for passing messages around from the drug people and the drug users.
Wow.
That's what she did. So so that's why Kim Kardashian is trying to get her out of jail. I mean, I think that she realizes she did wrong. I think that she was in a bad place, and she deserves a second chance. 22 years in jail for just that. She didn't sell any drugs. She didn't push drugs.
She was just a messenger.
She was in desperate need for money, and she was the messenger, for lack of a better word. So I think it's really sad that she's still in jail, and I kind of agree that give her a second chance and get her out of jail. So that to me was that to me is I'm not one to believe in selling drugs. I mean, I've seen a lot of people get really messed up on drugs. So it's just that I think she deserves a break. So, and she's on death row for that, by the way. She's not just in jail, she's in death row for...
It just makes you wonder why they'd put her there.
Because that was the law then.
Oh.
The law was that, and if she did that today, she'd probably get a year. She might get 2 years in jail instead of 22 years. Anyway, now Kanye West. Now, didn't I say Kim Kardashian? Is that her husband?
Yes.
What an ass. He's in the race. He's on the. This all happened in the past couple of weeks. So Kanye says, he started out saying he supported Trump. Okay, I'm okay with that. He released a new song defending his praise for Trump. And the track that he released debating with, here, I'd rather just, let's see here, where's it at? That's not the one that I wanted. Well, that's going to suck because that's not going to. That one is one I want to talk about too, but here it is. President Trump says Kanye gets it. So there was a rally in Michigan, which Trump said, "Hey, Kanye actually understands me," and which is really odd because when you think about it, who are two people that you wouldn't expect have anything in common?
Trump and Kanye.
Yeah, that would be for sure. And here's what Trump said. Oops, that's a commercial. All right. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see. Oh shoot, I can't do that yet. I gotta break out of that because I gotta hit this. Maybe I could put this over here. Then it would make more sense. Oh shoot, it doesn't go on top. Okay, doesn't work that way. Anyway, let's see if we can do this right now.
We are doing things that are good. I think we'll have a meeting over the next 3 or 4 weeks. It's going to be a very important meeting. The denuclearization of the Korean peninsula of North Korea. The denuke. And But we'll see how it goes. And again, whatever happens, happens. Look, I may go in, may not work out, I leave. I'm not going to be a John Kerry who makes that horrible Iran deal. Horrible. One of the worst deals. I mean, how do you make a deal like that? $150 billion, $1.8 billion in cash. You know what that is? And you know what they got? They got nothing. They got nothing. So we're going to have, hopefully, a very successful negotiation over the next 3 or 4 weeks. And we'll be doing the world a big favor. We'll be doing the world a big favor. Let's see how it goes. I think we'll do fine. I think we're going to do just fine. I had one of the fake news groups this morning. Now, they were saying, what do you think President Trump had to do with it? I'll tell you what. Like, how about everything?
Now, first off, I want to say that deal with Iran, he pulled our troops out of there.
Okay.
And that's going to save us lots of money, first off. And second off, he said we should have never been there. You know, whether you like him or you hate him, he has done some ballsy things. He has negotiated with the North Korean president, which we said he would never do. And he's stopped the terror that he's been giving everybody. And he's now has North Korea and South Korea talking to each other.
Well, that's good.
I mean, people will not give him a break. And he's out there doing things that a lot of people may not agree with, but he is actually doing things. So, anyway, Kanye, back to Kanye. This isn't where's the Kanye thing? Oh, here it is. There it is. Kanye gets it. It says, when he sees the African-American unemployment is the lowest in history, you know people are watching. That's a very important thing he's done for his legacy. Trump frequently touts his historically low unemployment rates. Low black unemployment rates. However, they remain well above unemployment rates for white people. Earlier this week, Kanye West sent out several tweets praising President Trump and criticizing Obama. I don't know if this is going to... maybe this is the clip I wanted to play. I knew there was a clip somewhere.
Kanye West gets it. He gets it. He gets it.
Kanye West is the last person I would expect Trump to say he gets it.
When he sees that African-American unemployment is the lowest in history, you know, people are watching. That's a very important thing he's done for his legacy. It's a very important thing.
Oh, I guess he said it, not West, for his legacy. So it's interesting to hear Trump say good things about Kanye, and Kanye say good things about Trump. So
maybe they're padding each other's pockets.
I don't know. I just don't know. Well, anyway, so Kanye is kind of whacked out as far as I'm concerned, because not only has he said that, but let me see here. I got tons of Kanye stuff, and I don't like Kanye to begin with. But Kanye said that Kanye said 400 years of slavery was a choice. Yeah, that's what I said. That crinkle you did in your face is what I said too. What is he talking about? How could he be considering even saying anything like that? Well, he did say it. He said that the slaves had a choice. So I don't know.
You hear about slavery for 400 years? For 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
So Kanye West has returned to the spotlight with a series of interviews.
You was there for 400 years, and it's all of y'all. You know, like it's like we're mentally in prison.
During that same TMZ interview, he also said that he abused painkillers. going on? I think it's frozen. Hello, come on, keep playing.
Let it go, let it go.
Oh, I think it's already gone. What's going on here? What are we locked up here? We gonna continue Kanye? I guess he's mad because I said bad things about him. He decided he wasn't gonna say anything anymore. Fine. But why would you say that? I mean, what planet are you living on where you think it's okay to say that? So
if he gets his name out there, that's all that matters.
I guess so. I just don't get it. There was I got another. Well, what's going on here? This is like nothing's going. All right, what's going on? Okay, nothing's working now. All right. Well, let's open up my. Let's see here. Where's my iCloud? There it is. Let's try opening another iCloud up. For some reason, I think my iCloud locked up. All right. What's going on?
It's Tuesday.
Can't believe he has that much power. Kanye shut me down because I said bad things about him. I've never spoken his word about him before. Okay, let's try this again. All right. Anyway, so Kanye actually, there's certain people that really got upset about this. Detroit radio station pulls Kanye West songs, saying that they've had enough. So they're not going to play his music anymore because of what he had to say. So that's kind of funny to me.
They're just going to take their CDs and go.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, that's really kind of strange. His recent comments outraged a lot of people, and there's one group of people that no longer want to hear at the morning show at the Detroit radio station 105.1 Bounce.
Slavery for 400
Wait, here we go.
years?
Let's try this again.
400 years? That sounds like a choice.
Come on. All right, there we go. Now, let's try this again, see if it locks up again.
You was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all? You know, like, it's like we're mentally in prison.
So, let's see, it locked up right about here, where it said about the painkillers.
Hey, everyone listen to this, please. 2 days before I was in the hospital, I was on opioids. I was addicted to opioids. I had plastic surgery because I was trying to look good for y'all. I got liposuction because I didn't want y'all to call me fat.
Brain surgery. The interview with Charlemagne.
When he was running, it's like I felt something. The fact that he won, it's like it proved something. It proved that anything is possible. When I see an outsider infiltrate, I connect with that.
West also said he no longer blames former President Obama for not reducing gun violence in America.
You know, so I might be in that situation where it's harder for me to explain to the masses why something isn't happening that they feel that the concept of a president should be able to fix.
So, I don't know. I think he's... you might be right. He might be just doing it for the publicity more than anything, because, you know, why else would somebody say things like that in front of other people? So, you might be right. I don't know. It's hard to say. So, but he definitely isn't making any friends with some of these comments. So, he might be better at just being careful what he says. So, but anyway, okay. Oops. There we go. Okay. Kanye West jaw-dropping moments. Ooh, what are they? Kanye West recently released the music video for his song "Famous" on, and it features the likeness of several celebrities lying in bed naked with the rapper.
Ugh.
Lookalikes are Bill Cosby, Caitlyn Jenner, and Donald Trump.
Oh, jeez.
Not Kanye's first jaw-dropping moment. During Fashion Week, Kanye staged a surprise last-minute show forced other designers to reschedule. And then there was, of course, the VMA Awards where he took the spotlight.
As you probably could have guessed by this moment, I have decided in 2020 to run for president.
And sadly, I bet you people would vote for him just because he is who he is. I don't think he'd win.
In the history books about what I'm doing right now. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A guy. I'm standing up and I'm telling you I am Warhol. I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation.
So
we need to save that clip so that when 2020 comes around and he doesn't run, say, but you said in 2018 you were running.
That's right. When he interrupted Taylor Swift, that was really sad.
But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
He also interrupted Beck's speech after he won a Grammy.
Went to dinner and sat down with Taylor Swift, right? And ironically, they were like playing the Beck album. But I was like, man. So you hadn't even heard it when you did the Grammy? I was like, man, this is like kind of good. I ain't even gonna lie.
Despite his outrageous statements, or maybe because of them, Kanye West continues to dominate headlines.
What are you looking to be? Okay. In the movie, it will be a combination of Steve Jobs, Walt Disney, Michelangelo. That's it.
He's such a wacko.
Mm-hmm.
24 on the clock. He pushes down court, splits the defense.
I don't know.
Crossover, changes direction, goes around the back.
I just don't know about him. But
that's why he's married to a Kardashian.
Why?
Because she's just as wacko.
At least she's trying to do something good by getting that lady out of prison.
She's trying, but she hasn't succeeded yet, has she?
No, she hasn't. But she might. She might succeed. So, I don't know. He does. You're right, though. He does a lot of things for publicity.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I'm done with Kanye's. We're not going to play any more of his music on this show.
It's not rock and roll. We wouldn't play it anyway.
Pretty much. Hulu is on the news. 2 million subscribers are now passes 2 million 20 million subscribers, and announces offline viewing. So if you were a Hulu subscriber and you kind of would like to have to be able to watch it offline, you can do it now, because but what happens is Netflix is running away with the streaming business, but Hulu is making a case that it still belongs in the race. Think about it. Hulu has been around probably as long as Netflix. And the reason it didn't take off as well is because they didn't offer their own programming. They offered, you could watch I don't think they have their own. Do they have their own programming?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. They have a lot of, you could watch basically just about anything on television right now, but you can't watch the original programming that Netflix has, and you're limited at what you can watch as far as the programs that are out there. And I don't know if they include movies. I think Hulu is just like television, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, it says here the company announced Wednesday that it topped 20 million subscribers and is adding a new slate of new shows and features, including an option to download episodes and watch them offline. See, I'd like that, because I personally don't really spend much time watching live programming. I prefer, like, if it's on my TiVo or whatever,
right,
I prefer to watch it after it happens so I can fast forward through commercials and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the big news, is that they got a ton of new subscribers, and more power to them. They have been around for a long time, and 20 million subscribers. I'm actually surprised that they weren't bought out by somebody. I don't know who. Maybe DirecTV or somebody could have bought. Who's DirecTV own? They own somebody, don't they? Aren't they part of a bigger network?
Oh, wait a minute.
AT&T.
Yeah,
I believe they are AT&T, and I don't know if they have, because like Comcast owns Disney, or is part of Disney, and owns Universal or something like that. So I would think that DirecTV is probably owned by somebody if they
AT&T.
Yeah. Actually, I knew that because they had deals where if you joined the AT&T service for your phone, you got free DirecTV or something like that. So it's interesting. Anyway, here's the story.
What's new?
Oh, that's not really a story, though. Hate that.
Geico even helped us with homeowners insurance.
Yeah, I can't stand it. You don't pay for commercial time. Where's my... Where is it? There it
Expect
is.
great savings and a whole lot more.
Yeah.
If I had asked you in 2016 which streaming service would be the first to win the Emmy for Best Drama, you probably would have said Netflix, right?
That's what I think too.
But instead, almost out of nowhere, it was Hulu that took that award last year for The Handmaid's Tale. So, how did that milestone change the smallest major streaming service? After years of being on the defensive,
it was a defense against, YouTube at one point in time. Then it was a defense against Netflix at another point in time.
with fewer subscribers domestically compared to Netflix and Amazon, and the smallest production budget, Hulu is somehow now on the offensive.
Blessed are the meek.
Remember who owns Hulu? It's a joint venture among Disney, Fox, NBC Universal,
oh, I didn't know that.
and CNN's parent company, Time Warner.
Wow.
That means
Hulu has the access to $25–30 billion worth of content.
Hulu claims to offer more than twice as many TV episodes as its competitors, some 75,000. That includes old series like Seinfeld, as well as new episodes of hit shows like This Is Us.
I want you to stand out.
With all that, it can focus its budget on finessing prestige originals, while offering a ton of nostalgic and fresh content.
I mean, that's incredible.
Now, Hulu's CEO will tell you that the win for Handmaid's Tale has improved company morale, driven up subscriptions, and brought new attention to the streamer from the creative community.
They should have never given us uniforms if they didn't want us to be an army.
Reese Witherspoon, George Clooney, and House of Cards creator Beau Willimon each have projects now with Hulu.
I'm heading there tomorrow.
But it's not all woo-hoo at Hulu. Hulu is only available domestically compared to its global competitors. Amazon has gotten serious Emmys attention and has a few major shows.
My name is Mrs. Maisel.
Netflix, of course, has had numerous hits, with hundreds of projects to come this year. Hulu still needs a few more marquee shows if it wants to compete with the other services in keeping viewers watching on its platform.
I'm quite gangsta.
And the future holds more questions for Hulu. If Disney can acquire 21st Century Fox, the Mouse House will take a majority stake in Hulu and possibly shape its projects in a brand new way. Still, Hulu took a huge leap forward with The Handmaid's Tale. The question now, how will it capitalize on that success?
Those companies have huge budgets. So I just think that that really makes a big difference, because Netflix is paying huge amounts of money for like comedians doing their one-night stands and stuff like that, and for different television series that are out there. And it's not going to get any worse for television, because they're going to try and put more and more original programming out there. I know they paid what's his name, Adam Sandler, huge amounts of money, even though I can't stand his I want, there's certain people I want to like a lot. I want to like Adam Sandler. I want to like Will Ferrell.
Okay.
But they continually put out garbage. And so...
But they're getting known for that.
They're getting known for putting out garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sad part, is that as it continues with Adam Sandler, he hasn't put out a good movie in a long time. He's put out these garbage movies. Will Ferrell at least puts out an occasional hit. Most of them are junk, but occasionally he does well with, last The Parent,
yeah,
whatever one that was called.
Daddy's Home too.
Yeah. That one was bad, but it was good at the same time. So, anyway, All right, next one. Trump accuser seeks Apprentice recordings as evidence for a defamation case.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Everybody needs to be in the spotlight about something. So, you know, it's kind of sad, but if they can make money off of it, they're going to continue. The lawyer for one of the women suing Donald Trump for a defamation case is seeking the recordings of The Apprentice. Former Apprentice contestant Summer Zervos filed a lawsuit against Trump in January 2017. She alleged that Trump defamed her in 2016 after she said he sexually assaulted her in 2007. So I don't even know who she is, but must mean that, 2000, I guess he had The Apprentice in 2007. Let's find out.
Donald Summer Zervos on The Apprentice.
You know what, Summer? You're fired.
Tonight, Zervos, according to legal analysts, presents more of a legal challenge to the president than even Stormy Daniels.
I think the Zervos case is the most problematic for the president.
Zervos has just defeated President Trump in New York's Supreme Court, a major ruling saying of the president, no one is above the law. The judge denied Trump's attempt to block Zervos' defamation lawsuit against Trump. Zervos, a businesswoman, accused Trump of sexually assaulting her in 2007 during meetings in New York and Beverly Hills.
He came to me and started kissing me open-mouthed as he was pulling me towards him. He then asked me to sit next to him. I complied. He then grabbed my shoulder and began kissing me again very aggressively and placed his hand on my breast.
Zervos was one of the first women to accuse Trump of misconduct in the aftermath of the Access Hollywood tape. Trump immediately went on the offensive.
Every woman lied when they came forward to hurt my campaign. Total fabrication. The events never happened. Never. All of these liars will be sued after the election is over.
That's the crux of Zervos' current lawsuit against Trump, that he defamed her by calling her a liar.
Since Mr. Trump has not issued a retraction, as I requested, he has therefore left me with no alternative other than to sue him in order to vindicate my reputation.
Zervos cannot sue Trump for the actual alleged misconduct because the statute of limitations has passed for that. But legal analysts say this defamation suit could be a backdoor way to bring out the details of the alleged groping and could be very damaging to the president in a potential trial and a deposition that could be on camera.
It's going to be a long, painful deposition for the president where they're going to ask him about every single unwanted contact he had with her. And if they can prove the truth of that he did in fact touch her unwantedly, then his accusations that she was a liar fail and he suffers monetary damages for it.
And experts say Zervos' case could open the door for any of the more than a dozen other women who have accused Trump of sexual misconduct to bring their own defamation cases against him, to bring him to court where all the details of their allegations could be made public. And as we just reported moments ago, President Trump's personal attorney Mark Kasowitz responded to the judge's ruling in the Zervos case, telling CNN they disagree with that decision and they will appeal it.
So, that being said,
the future will bring new.
That being said, it's going to be an interesting thing to see where that ends up. Trump could just give himself a forgiveness. I don't know. I mean, I can't say that I doubt that he would do that because I don't really doubt that he would do that. But what is her damages? I mean, what does this woman have for damages if she can't prove her case? There's no damages except he said, she said, and it's not like she lost work because of it. I don't know. Just kind of strange. But, hey, what the heck? Why not? Infinity War makes $1 billion in just 11 days. Just 11 days. That's amazing to me that that they have done that well. It's great. Captain America, Iron Man, and Thanos reached the $1 billion club in record time. Disney's Infinity War crossed the $1 billion mark worldwide in box office sales this Saturday, according to the studio. The blockbuster mark is just 10 days. That's unbelievable. I don't think that's ever been heard of in just 11 days. Marvel Studios film, which stars Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and features a litany of superheroes, reached a milestone one day earlier than the previous record held by Star Wars The Force Awakens. Infinity War is Marvel's 6th film to hit $1 billion and Disney's 17th film. Last weekend, it broke the record for the biggest global opening in film history, as well as the biggest domestic opening weekend. Since then, the film has gone on to put on some of the some astounding numbers. In just 11 days, the film has already made more than the overall totals of other comic book hits like Wonder Woman, Batman vs. Superman, and Guardians of the Galaxy, X-Men, Days of Future Past, and Justice League. Unbelievable. And it says, most impressively, the Infinity War has accomplished this without Chinese audiences. The film opens in China, the second biggest movie in the market in the world, on May 11th. So it hasn't even reached China yet, and that's amazing. So it's a good movie. I mean, I can't really say anything bad about that movie. To make that kind of money in just 11 days without China, just imagine what it's going to make with China. And this is, I got to think that they get a lot of pay a lot of people for that film, because you got, Iron Man, you got Captain America, you got Black Panther, you got all these guys that are in there in one film. That's just an amazing amount of money that has to be paid out, as well as the money that they brought in. So I don't know, how much do you think they're going to pay out in that of $1 billion? You figure they'll probably, I'm thinking they'll probably pay. Well, they probably have a lot of back-end deals, so they'll probably pay, I'm going to say, half of that in salaries.
Yeah.
Because you figure how many superheroes were in that movie. I couldn't even count them all. There were so many superheroes. So, of course, half of them are dead, so they don't have to pay those people. Spoiler alert. Anyway, so I waited for you for this one.
Oh, okay.
My new favorite show. So, Karate Kid has a spin-off called Cobra Kai. I think I might have mentioned it last week. If I didn't, I wanted to, but now I don't have to because I'm mentioning it now. Oh, hey, good. This is going to be fun. This is going to be can you name these 80s theme songs? I don't know what it's going to play either because I have not watched this clip at all. But we're going to do the story first, and then we'll maybe play the theme songs. All right. So it says here, after multiple permutations of the Karate Kid. Now, I saw practically all the Karate Kids. I don't know if I saw the one with the girl, but I saw the one with Jaden Smith. I saw the one with I don't know. I think I saw them all. But the newest thing is the Cobra Kai TV show.
Okay.
And Cobra Kai was the dojo of the Karate Kid's enemy.
Right.
So I kept avoiding watching it because these reboots drive me crazy. I don't want to hear them because they just drive me crazy because Will and Grace is a reboot and Roseanne turned out to be a great reboot. But a lot of these times the reboots are just let them die. Well, I thought this was going to be one of those, and it's not. I really like this Cobra Kai a lot. You know, it's Danny. I don't remember if his name is Danny or not. Johnny and
Daniel.
Daniel. That's right, Daniel-san. It was Daniel and Johnny grown up 30 years after the meeting of the tournament. And it's funny because you see it from the eyes of Johnny and you see it from the eyes of Daniel. And you like Daniel sometimes and you hate him sometimes. And you like Johnny sometimes and you hate him sometimes. I really like the writing of this a lot. And I'm about probably halfway through the series. And I gotta say, I really like it. So I say if you want to see, oh good, they got a trailer. How you like that? Let's watch the trailer. See if it, hold on there. And they show this scene in one of the first 2 episodes. And you see that Johnny is a bit of an alcoholic.
Who is it?
Bonsai! Daniel LaRusso here for LaRusso Auto. We are chopping prices on all of our inventory. Johnny? I knew it was you. This is Johnny Lawrence. He and I go way back.
Oh, this is the guy whose ass you kicked.
Well, if you want to get technical, I kicked his face.
Hey, where you going, come in? I didn't know you guys were trying to buy beer.
Hey! Watch your car, man.
Get the hell out of here, loser.
Was that like Taekwondo or something?
It's karate.
Do you think you could teach me?
I'm driving home from work yesterday, and in this strip mall, I see... After 30 years, I thought that guy might have changed, but he's still the same prick. I heard you beat up a bunch of teenagers.
I didn't beat up any teenagers. I kicked the crap out of a bunch of assholes who deserved it.
Thinks he could bring Cobra Kai back to the Valley? Not on my watch.
You want those kids at school to keep dumping things on your head? You want all the girls to think you're a wangless dork?
You're gonna be my karate teacher?
No. I'm gonna be your sensei. I'm gonna teach you the style of karate that was taught to me. A method of fighting your pansy ass generation desperately needs.
Okay, let's see what you got.
She's a girl.
And?
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Girl's a natural cobra.
Johnny, you and I, we aren't done.
I guess technically he's not the Karate Kid anymore. He would be the Karate Man. I don't know, but it's really good. It's definitely worth checking out. And like I said, I loved every second of it because I thought it was going to be really stupid, and it turned out to be very entertaining. And like I said, you will like Daniel, you will hate Daniel. You will like Johnny, you will hate Johnny. They're just really well written things, and without a doubt, it's probably my favorite show right now that I'm watching. So,
okay.
All right, let's see if we can figure out what these name these 80s theme songs. I don't know how it's going to work here, so it may be stupid, it may be good. Oh, wait a minute. Guess I got to turn on the sound because we're not going to hear anything. Okay, here we go. First person to name it out. Ready? Get set? Go.
Pac-Man. No.
That's not... Here we go.
I have no idea.
I'm trying to think. I heard that before. Who is that? Murder, She Wrote.
Yep.
I was going to say that, and I wasn't sure. Oh, this is easy.
Wait a minute, play
Tony
it again.
Danza.
I didn't hear it. Who's the boss?
That's what I said, Tony Danza. You don't get points for that. I guess you get a point because I didn't know what it was called.
Family Ties.
Yes. See, you're better than I am at this.
You go, and it's like... Oh.
Miami Vice.
Yeah. See, it works the other...
That's because I saw it when it came up.
Different strokes.
You got that too.
What would you do?
Wonder Years.
Yes.
Out of tune. Would you stand up and walk out on me? Making your way in the world today.
Oh!
Everything.
Cheers.
Yes.
Taking a break.
Look at you. You're winning. You got it. I'm not even in the ballpark here. Of course, a lot of times during this episode, or this year, these years, I was in college. Oh, this is the 18.
Yep, okay. I'll give you that one.
You don't give me that.
That's only because I'm on a delay here.
No, I said it before the screen came up. Oh, that's it. Well, I think you won. That was
every 2 years we
sure you won.
Amount of information in the world. Data centers always have to be on.
Anyway, yeah, that was funny because I thought that I would have known that, but those I couldn't remember the names of those shows. All right, what else we got here? We got okay. So I did all this. Did that Kanye West crap. Let's see. There was one other story about Kanye that I didn't put over there, and I thought I did. A guy from Africa offered to bring Kanye over and show him what it's all about, because he shows that there's still slavery involved. There's still slavery out there, and that he had no right to say that. So, that's the way it... I don't know. I just can't... it's sad to me that Kanye would say that kind of stuff about the choice. Anyway. All right. Packers... Trevor Davis was arrested for making a bomb joke at LAX.
Is that the Green Bay Packers?
I would guess that would be the only
Wow.
the only Packers that anyone knows. But I would say that's a bad idea to, make any bomb threats anywhere. So, yeah, that was a stupid thing to do. Come on. Okay. All right, where are we at here? All right, start here. Okay, how about some sound? Oh yeah, I gotta get this over here.
2016 fifth-round draft pick was recently arrested at Los Angeles International Airport after making a bomb joke while checking in for a flight. Now, according to ESPN, when Davis was asked the usual questions while checking in for his flight, he turned to his flying companion and said, "Did you remember to pack the explosives?" Well, that joke got him arrested and charged with making criminal threats. He was booked on misdemeanor charges and later released. The 24-year-old out of Cal played in 16 games last season in Green Bay, catching 5 passes for the Packers.
Probably not the best thing you could have done at an airport. They take that stuff seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is a weird... Bear kills man in India who tried to take a selfie with an injured animal.
Oh, jeez.
Probably not a smart move. I don't know, just my opinion, that you don't take a selfie with
War gave me a link.
What's that? Who did?
War.
Oh.
Nigerian lawmaker invites Kanye West to visit slave ports in Africa.
Yeah, that's the article. I couldn't remember. Well, I thought I had it in here, and I didn't. If you want to send that to me, we can pop it up there. Anyway.
Man gets too close to a bear and it costs him his life. The incident allegedly happened in Odisha, India. According to the Hindustan Times, Prabhu Bhattara pulled over to take a selfie with the bear lying on the grass, despite his friends advising against it. The injured animal attacked, and it was caught on camera. According to The Independent, Bhattara was killed instantly. The bear allegedly survived and is being treated for its injuries. At least 3 people have died trying to take selfies with animals this year in Odisha, the New York Post reports.
A bad move on his part.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things you just don't do. You don't. I
wouldn't take selfies with a wild animal either.
Yeah. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't. I can't remember the rest of the words for that. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit in the wind. You don't. Don't take the mask off the Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim. Yeah, Jim Croce.
You don't spit into the wind.
Yeah.
You don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim.
That's right. And you don't tug on Superman's cape. You forgot to say that.
Well, yeah, you said that when I just finished it off.
Well, I said you don't spit in the wind, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we got this one. Did you send me that?
Yes, I did.
All right, let me get that. Let's see. Oh, don't I have any open? I don't have it open.
Yeah, I thought you did.
I thought I did, too.
Because I heard a beep.
Huh. I thought I had it open, too. Guess I'll do it this way. Let's see here. All right. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, Nigerian lawmaker invites Kanye West to visit slave ports. And, that's the thing I just don't get about him, especially being a black man. Nigerian senator has invited American rapper Kanye West to visit the slave ports in Africa for an education on the slave trade. Kanye West is facing immense criticism following his remarks during an interview with TMZ this week, where he said slave trade was a choice. The musician opened up about mental health, his family, his art during the show, and said this about slavery. When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Nigeria's vocal lawmaker Shehu Sani took a dig at West on Friday, saying the musician's statements on transatlantic slave trade was a slight on its victims. If Kanye West thinks slavery was a choice, we will offer him a free ticket and a tour guide to visit slave routes and camps in Lagos. And it says here, Badagry, Lagos, Oinda, Benin Republic, Ghana, and Gorée Island in Senegal to experience the choices in chains. Kanye defecated on the graves of the victims. So, I don't know. I doubt that he'll go, but if he goes, maybe he would get an education that would make him understand what he was saying, how hurtful what he said was. So, I don't know. I just, it's sad that this person is so above the reality that is out there. That he would say something like that. So, anyway, yeah, I'm glad that we got that. I didn't, I thought I had that posted and I had the wrong link. That's what happens when you do these things and try to make a better show and you grab the wrong links. So, Fleetwood Mac. You like Fleetwood Mac, right?
Yes.
Well, they fired Lindsey Buckingham.
Oh.
And Lindsey Buckingham is one of the founding members. Well, is he a founding member? I don't know if he's a founding member. Lindsey Buckingham fired after a disagreement over the band's upcoming tour. Rolling Stones confirmed it. The band announced Monday, which was a couple weeks ago, that Mike Campbell of the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and Neil Fine of Crowded House will replace him. News of Buckingham's departure initially broke when former Fleetwood Mac guitarist Billy Burnett shared an April 4th tweet that has since been deleted. Breaking news, Lindsey Buckingham is out, but I'm in. Rolling Stone has confirmed Buckingham's departure, although no specific tour dates have been announced. Let's see here. Fleetwood Mac issued a collective statement about the news, saying, "We are thrilled about the thrilled to welcome the musical talents of Mike Campbell and Neil Finn to the Mac family. With Mike and Neil, we'll be performing all the hits that the fans love, plus be surprising our audience with some tracks from historical catalog of songs. Fleetwood Mac has always been a creative evolution. We look forward to honoring that spirit on the upcoming tour." Mick Fleetwood added, "Fleetwood Mac has always been about amazing collection of songs." You know, the thing is, I don't know if you've heard the early Fleetwood Mac, but
I don't think so.
It sounds a lot different from the later Fleetwood Mac. And, well, let's see here. I'm going to see what they're going to play.
Fleetwood Mac started in 67. Buckingham began in 75.
Okay. Some of the early things were... I wonder if I can get this up in... yeah, I think I will pull that up. Just waiting for this stupid video to catch up here. Here we go. Oh, this is just basically saying it confirmed that he's been replaced. Okay, that's just what I was reading a few minutes ago. So let me find this thing that I want to play. Let's see. Here we go. Well, that sucks. That was a really horrible clip. Alright, let me get this out of here. Alright. Let's see.
Fleetwood Mac was founded by guitarist Peter Green, drummer Mick Fleetwood, and guitarist Jeremy Spencer.
It's easy for you to say. Alright. Here's some of the songs that Fleetwood Mac is known for.
In the shadows, damn your love, damn your lie.
I mean, it's important to notice that the women were not original parts of the band.
Right.
Fleetwood Mac had all men originally. Now, I think they had better songs with the women. I love this song. I love all their songs. They just have so many good songs. Stevie Nicks is just amazing. Which of these songs did I do?
Oh.
I think there's only one that I did. It's not going to be the one you expect it to be. I
Probably not.
Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can a child look in my heart right?
You are correct.
Can I sail through
I think that's the only song I did of theirs.
ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons?
I did that in one of my first bands.
I'm glad you didn't ask me which band.
You wouldn't know the name of the band. Actually, the band was called Landslide.
Now your life you've never seen.
I guess they're going to be touring all over the place. I'd like to see them.
I would. I just love Stevie Nicks.
They had some big hits too. I remember in the late 70s at the ocean hearing a lot of these songs, walking down the street. Just these were pretty big songs.
Singing do-a-diddy-diddy.
Oh, I did do one other Fleetwood Mac song that's coming up. I forgot about this one. They were a very vocal band too, heavily vocal oriented. A lot of songs too. Their best album, I think, was the Rumors album. How many of these songs do you know? Every one so far?
So far?
Is that unusual? Because remember that one time you only knew 3 of like 10 songs. This is a good song. The guitar work on it's really good. Two songs that I really, really, really like of theirs have not been played so far. I mean, I like these songs, but there's 2 that I really, really like. Here's one of them.
It might be out on that lawn, which is
I think this was prior to Lindsay being involved. I might be wrong about that. It's called Hypnotized.
You did that one. I remember that one.
I'll even shout. You know that I'm proud and I can't get the words out. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere. I know it's right.
Okay, I don't know this one.
Songbird?
Oh, okay.
Hi, puppy.
To you.
This next one used to drive me crazy. I hated the song for so long. Then it finally grew on me, but it took years for it to grow on me. That's this song right here.
Don't say that you love me.
That drum thing drove me crazy because it was very repetitive and drove me nuts.
Got a black magic woman.
You did that one too.
Got a black
Oh yeah, I did do that, but this isn't their song.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, I got a black magic woman.
I mean, they're doing it, but it's not their song. It's a lot of songs here. We didn't even get to the old ones. Where's that other one I like? They've got so many songs.
I'm looking on the dark side, but every day you hurt my pride. I'm over my head.
Where's that other song? That, let's see here. I played that. Here's my favorite song of theirs of all time. Here it goes. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Looking out for love in the night so still.
I wish it wasn't the live version.
Oh, how build you a kingdom in that house on the hill. Looking out for love.
Ooh, they do that in the song.
I'm gonna bite my tongue on that one.
Well, that's weird that they have. Wonder why. I want to see if I can find the the non-live version of that song.
The dead version?
Maybe.
Non-live?
Maybe. Let me see here. Let's see where, because I love that song, and you get to hear. Have you heard that song, or you just?
I think I've heard it, but I'd have to listen to it again to make sure.
Trying to see if. Here it is. Okay. Oh, they don't have the. All right, you probably won't. I swear it's there. It's just not there for...
Well, we all know why you like those noises.
Yeah, because I don't get to hear them in real life. That's why. I get to hear... I live vicariously through them. Hold on. I know I have it in my library since it's not there. Let's see. Whoops. Went too far. Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac. Right there. I know I got it. Oops, that's not going to help. Wasn't it? Where was that? That wasn't Rumors. That was... Let's Hypnotize there. That's... Oh, here's another one that was them that was redone by Judas Priest. This is so strange because when you hear this, you don't think of the Judas Priest version.
When the day goes to sleep and a full moon looks.
Now you think that's... What could that possibly sound like from Judas Priest, right?
Right, because I don't remember that one.
Well, check it out. I'll play it for you. I'll put them side by side.
You come creeping around, making me do things I don't want to do.
Here is the Judas Priest version. This is the full version of the big. I'll fast forward it, but so you don't have to listen to it. But this is the. Head to the end here. Here it is. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. Now you can tell I'm not kidding you about this. Here we go.
You look a little weak there, Mike.
I think I just finished. Anyway, the whole point of
TMI.
3 Mile Island?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Anyway, that's about enough of Lindsay and all them. Anyway, let me see. What else did I want to talk about? Okay, got that. Oh, yeah, okay, we could do that. So, you heard a lot of stuff about Stormy Daniels, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know who she is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there was a skit on Saturday Night Live this past week that brought Stormy Daniels back on television. Lucky us. So here is, hopefully this is not going to have a commercial. Oh, I bet it will have a commercial, though. Anyway, so she's soaking that up. She really is enjoying the spotlight. And I personally think that she was paid off back then. Just shut up. I mean, I guess because she is getting all this publicity, she's loving it. But I don't know. I don't know that she should be doing... I mean, when you make a deal, stick with the deal. And as far as I'm concerned, she made a deal with Trump or his people. So I just don't understand why she just doesn't go away.
Because if you can get more, why not try?
I guess. I believe a deal is a deal, and you don't change the terms of the deal in midway.
I agree with you, but, if she can try to get more and see what she can get out of him, why not?
I'm not in prison.
Oh, well, give it a couple of weeks.
Guys, can we please just decide on one lie and stick to it? Because our stories are all over the place. Rudy, can we speak freely? Are you alone?
Yeah, I'm pretty much alone. This is a commercial break. Right, Toots? Now.
Yes, hello, this is Dr. Harold Bornstein. Would you like to know any of my patients' medical history?
Yeah, this is Omarosa, and I'm still pissed off.
Nope. Who is this? I was told this was a party line with no questions asked.
Did we hear Giuliani call Jared disposable on national television? Because Jared is furious.
Yeah, man, I'm like, what the hell? I'm so mad right now. This is Michael Cohen. Are you alone?
Yes.
And what are you wearing? Just tell me, what do you need for this to all go away?
A resignation?
Yeah, right. I solved North and South Korea. Why can't I solve us?
Sorry, Donald, it's too late for that. I know you don't believe in climate change, but a storm's a-coming, baby.
24 on the clock. He pushes down court, splits the...
So, I don't know. I don't know what her game is. That maybe she's, like you said, maybe she's getting it while she can. Publicity-wise, she's certainly all over the place. Everyone has been giving her the time on the TV. But
And just another way to keep your name out there.
I guess. I mean, and the thing that's funny, I mean, if I were to watch porn, which, you know, I don't, but if I were, she's all over the porn sites. I mean, she even, I mean, allegedly, is like, "Hi, I'm Stormy Daniels." I mean, she would do that if she was doing porn sites.
Why is your face getting red, or is that the reflection off your shirt?
It's the meds.
Okay.
Anyway, it's just really sad that she doesn't go away. I think that if you make a deal, you do the deal, whatever it is, and no more. But that's just me. All right. Now, how about national news? Now that we're done with the entertainment stuff, we'll do the national stuff. We got some Tesla questions, or stories.
I was going to say questions.
Some. Like, why is it that Tesla burned through $700 million? You know, the thing is that Tesla is supposedly on track now with their production. So, hopefully, they're on track. So, let me see here. Where'd you go? There you are. Okay. Why are you over there? What are you doing over there? All right. Okay, here we go again with no sound. Why? Why do we have no sound? I had sound a while ago.
Because you muted them.
I don't understand. You gotta do it. Doggone it. Let's refresh it. I know I had sound a while ago. Because I'm looking at it here, and I do have sound here. Why don't I have sound where I need it? Okay. That's weird. That's not giving us any sound. Alright, well, it says here, Tesla's burned through $700 million in cash last quarter, but its production woes seem to be easing. The electric car maker posted its latest earnings Wednesday, and the filings show Tesla money stockpile shrank from $3.4 billion to $2.7 billion the first 3 months of the year. Now, they had stopped production of the Model 3 because they weren't getting the results they were expecting. Supposedly, the Model 3 is going to become an all-wheel drive vehicle for later on this year.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's kind of important that if you buy now, you got to realize it's going to be an all-wheel drive instead of just a rear wheel drive. So Tesla said it hit a production rate of 2,270 vehicles per week in April, and was able to churn more than 2,000 cars 3 straight weeks, finally reaching the milestone it hoped to hit last year. Elon Musk made a renewed commitment earlier this year to getting production back on track. He said recently that he occasionally sleeps on the factory floor. So it's strange to think of a guy that's a billionaire sleeping on the factory floor, but Musk wants to get things done. So it seems his all-nighters are paying off because Tesla seems to be finally getting some momentum. They expect to be making 5,000 Model 3s per week by the end of June. The Model 3's price point, thousands of dollars cheaper than Tesla's other 2 vehicles, revolves around it being relatively simple to mass produce, and the company has said that it will mean automating much of the progress. So anyway, so now he's starting to do what he said he was going to do. He's a guy he's one of those guys that I look up to, because when he says he's going to do it, he does it.
Right.
And so, you know, big thumbs up to him, because he's making it work out. So we'll see how it works, but it looks like he's going in the right direction now, and That's kind of important. I wonder if I pushed this button.
Push the button.
I was checking to see. I don't think I did, though. Okay. I didn't push it. I just don't know what happened that our sound didn't continue. And that would suck. I know why.
Maybe you got tired of all the Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks stuff.
I wonder if... Let's find out. Yeah, let me see if I can play any Fleetwood Mac and see if that makes it... Because I can't understand why... Let's see. Okay, well, that's working. All right, so that works. But why isn't this working? That's what I want to know. Why is this not working? All right, well, I'm not going to spend time on that. I just think it's bizarre to think that that was working and now isn't. And my... I'm looking here in my... maybe that's why.
Bad link?
Nope. Dummy me. Well, okay, let me try this again. Just out of curiosity. Pull this up and we'll see if this works even here for a second. Okay, let's see if it works this time. I bet you it does. Maybe. All right.
Feeble finger.
Yep. Okay, we figured it out. Still figuring out all the bells and whistles here. So, all right. So a driver was banned for driving his Tesla. What do you think he did?
He bought a Tesla.
No. He did something wrong with his Tesla. What did he do?
Took his hands off the wheels.
Yeah, that's partially what he did. What do you think? What else could you have done that was really...
Flip the cop off.
He could have done that. I don't think he did that, but what he did was he was banned for driving on the road, leaving his seat while the autopilot was on. So he set the autopilot, and then he moved to the passenger seat and let the car drive itself.
Oh, wow.
First off, that's nuts. If you remember, we had a couple weeks ago that guy that died from his car running into a barrier.
Yeah, but I don't understand how he would move to the passenger seat.
Well, let's watch. Because people are stupid. Okay, so if you look, he's in the passenger side. Now they're over in England, so it's the opposite side. But somebody got him and got a video of him riding in the passenger side. Now I'm going to go in the back again. Now look, this is the driver's side. He's in the other side. So that's not real smart, but he did drive that way. People are crazy. So anyway...
Maybe he had a short chauffeur.
Well, I know he lost his license. It says here, we'd like to say that a driver in England has taken Tesla Autopilot off irresponsibly to a whole new level by activating the driver assist feature on a busy roadway, then moving to the passenger seat and leaving the wheel and pedals unattended. We'd like to say that except if you search the YouTube for the video of the incident, we discovered a long list of people who have done the same thing. Some even going as far as to crawl into the back seat.
Ooh.
Some people thought that it would be cool to crawl in the back seat and let the car just drive by itself. Those people are nuts.
Yeah.
Really, it's kind of crazy. It says in the case before us, the reckless driver has his license suspended for 18 months. He pleaded guilty to dangerous driving, and in addition to the driving ban, he'll have to do 100 hours of community service to pay off a fine. So.
Okay, well, let me ask a question then. I don't know about what driver's ed was like when you were in school, but when I was in school...
I don't think I took it.
When I was in school and I had to take it, I already had my license when I took the in-car part of it. I'd already passed my test and was able to drive myself. But the vehicles that we used had a second set of brakes and stuff on the
I
other
don't think
side.
his had that.
Okay, so my question is, why is it, I mean, he's banned from, he got in trouble for kind of being the driver's ed teacher in a car.
He got in trouble for moving into a seat that didn't have a steering wheel and didn't have a brake.
Well, maybe he was trying to figure out where to put them.
And endangering other people, because you think about it, think if that ran into another person, there was no way he could stop it from running into another person.
But he was right there. If he were in the back seat, I could see it. But he could have...
Doesn't matter. You can't hit the brake from the other passenger side.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes when you're driving, I try to hit that brake.
Well, then I guess you won't ride with me anymore.
I didn't say that. I said sometimes.
We can easily fix that. Let's see here. And then it says here, 5 weirdest things from an Elon Musk call.
Uh-oh.
So he had, it says, earnings calls are typically pretty dull affair. That an analyst gets to ask questions about the company's business and performance, but not for Elon Musk. So, in other words, he talks about whatever he wants to talk about. So, I'm waiting for this stupid thing to finish this commercial. And here, oh, come on, stop it, Spidey. What are you looking at?
Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter will regroup for Bill and Ted 3.
Oh, I heard about that. I don't know.
Excellent.
Says Elon Musk was bored with the questions that were asked during the Tesla earnings call.
And so where specifically will you be in terms of capital requirements?
Next. Boring bonehead questions are not cool. Next.
Boring bonehead questions are not cool. Production problems with the Model 3.
We're going to go to YouTube. Sorry. These questions are so dry.
He's my hero.
They're killing me.
He won't answer the questions. 20 minutes of the call were given to YouTube. One of his videos was asking why I bought today at Tesla today at $255 a share.
Issue, not an execution issue.
Musk liked his questions.
Thank you for an interesting question.
No one else got that much time on the call. It seemed the other questions didn't interest him. See, that's the way I would be.
Questions are not boring. We'll keep going until the questions are not still while they're interesting.
Yeah.
Ultimately, Musk had some words of wisdom for his shareholders.
I think that if people are concerned about volatility, they should definitely not buy our stock. I am not here to convince you to buy our stock. Do not buy it if volatility is scary. There you go.
I love him. He's my guy.
Okay, so my mom washes the dishes before.
He's such a guy that marches to his own drum. That's why I like him, because he's not afraid. He's like Trump in that he says what he wants to say when he wants to say it, and if you don't like it, he may not be politically correct, but he says what he wants to say and he does what he wants to do, and if he says it, he'll do it. So that in itself, to me, is a good reason to like the guy. So I just get a kick out of things like, okay, so all new SUVs and cars in the U.S. must now have one thing. What do you think that one thing is? This is a new thing.
I don't know.
Oh, you cheated.
Well, I'm trying to keep an eye on this because I can't see that one.
Now I know you cheat. So you might as well say it.
Backup cameras.
That's right, backup cameras. So that's a good thing. I've had a backup camera in my car since 2006. And the new backup cameras are really kind of cool because you can, see how close you are to things. And so I kind of like the new ones better than the one that I have. By the way, I'm back on. I may end up. You're going to think it's as funny as anything. I'm looking at the Chevy Bolt again. I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
It's your car. Whatever you decide.
Well, I haven't decided anything. I'm back at looking at it. So I'm looking at the Chevy Bolt again, and I'm looking at the Prius, of course, I told you about, and I was looking at the Chevy Volt with a V,
right?
Until I realized that it's got a really small back seat, so I don't want something that I can't sit in. But the guy that was sitting in the back seat, it was scrunched up and I don't want that. So
when did you see this, or was it on a video that you were
on videos? Oh. I've been looking at videos. Just the reason is I did some research on the Volt with a V because it's a hybrid car. It's a hybrid plug-in.
Right.
But the problem with it is that it's using the technology of the Toyota, and its range of driving on the battery only is 50-some miles, which is twice the Toyota.
Right.
The problem is that the size of the car itself would cramp me. I don't really want to get into a smaller car. So, anyway, I want to see what this video is here. It says here, is there such a thing as an ethical electric car? And since that's what reminded me.
Are digging 20 meters down, taking turns at 24-hour shifts.
So what's this?
There's no light and little oxygen.
What's that got to do with an ethical electric car?
This is the start of a supply chain leading all the way from this makeshift mine to your luxury battery-powered car.
Oh.
The sacks are full of cobalt ore, a crucial component in lithium-ion batteries, set to power the coming green energy revolution.
Oh, that's weird.
But at what cost? There is growing evidence that the cobalt supply chain uses child labor.
Oh.
Companies
labor,
say they're working hard to verify the source of all their hand-mined artisanal cobalt, but that it's a difficult task. We're here to follow the supply chain and see if we can do it for them. Before we set out, even the local governor warns us to expect to see children at work.
I don't know. Go to Elon Musk's stuff. He's got his battery factory. I don't think he's using child labor to bring this stuff. He might be. I might be wrong.
Given permission to film here. As soon as they see us, officials begin to scare the children away. Not all of them, though, are fast.
That's really bizarre, but I didn't think about that. Where do you get the parts to build the electric car? Got to come from somewhere. So, maybe it does use child. But you know what? We either use child labor or we destroy our atmosphere with carbon. Sure. And I don't know. At least the kids are getting paid, even if it is a small amount. I don't know. That's going to sound really horrible. Anyway, new cars sold in the United States now must be outfitted with rear-view cameras. That's what the topic is. To reduce the number of deaths and injuries which happen when vehicles back over people.
But I don't know. Well, when I was taught to drive, I was taught to physically turn and look.
But, we want to make it as possible, as easy as possible. I mean, think about it. Back when you learned to drive, they didn't have tops on the cars, or didn't, they had, you had to run like
no,
the
that's when
Flintstones.
you learned to drive, because you're older than me, Fred Flintstone. I don't have the red hair like Wilma, so we're all good.
Betty.
No, she had dark hair.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to see all vehicles. I mean, face it, the camera for a vehicle is really going to be cheap nowadays. Face it, you can
it's
buy
just like a webcam.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You can buy a webcam. I think I bought one for $7, and they had to be making money. So, cams are cheap nowadays, and it seems relatively cheap way to help build a safer car. And that's what the whole bottom line is, that you could build a better car. So that's kind of important. There's a
Does
lawsuit.
that mean we get an insurance deduction for it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Then I'll go out and buy a $7 webcam and put it in the back of my car.
Okay. Movie studios, television networks, and streaming services have targeted Kodi for allegedly enabling piracy, but now they have a new target. It's called Set TV. It's being sued by Amazon, Netflix, and several major Hollywood studios for not only illegally streaming, but also charging a fee for it. So, now first off, the boxes aren't illegal at this point. So anybody that's streaming, as long as you don't download the content, it's legal. And so they can't get Kodi. They're trying to get Kodi, which is the manufacturer of the operating system. They're trying to find a way to make Kodi responsible for the streaming of this stuff. But similar to Kodi-powered streaming boxes, the Set TV is an IPTV service, which 500 channels for $20 a month. It also offers a preloaded box through which you can watch live streams of TV and video-on-demand services such as Amazon, Hulu, HBO, Netflix, and as well as new releases. The lawsuit was filed by industry called Alliance for Creativity and Entertainment, which is ACE, which is an anti-piracy group formed by dozens of stakeholders, including Netflix, Amazon, and several studios. So, you're going to see a lot of this because people really want to watch TV. That's the bottom line. And it's hard to say whether or not they're going to be able to get... I mean, eventually I think they're going to win these cases. But there's not a precedent yet. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to these. It'll be interesting to see, whether or not they win. I know a number of people that have these boxes. And, it's hard to say whether or not. I know that I allegedly had been in trouble for cable television in the early 2000s. And,
shame on you.
I didn't do anything. You can't prove it. You cannot prove anything. But I learned a lesson. I learned an expensive lesson that you shouldn't do that kind of stuff. So, anyway, these things you can buy. It's called IPTV. It's basically you can get live television like you get your cable television. Now, eventually, here's what's going to happen. I think I talked about this before. We're all going to be able to buy these services a la carte. So you can buy the channels that's what's going to be the end result of this. The end result is that you're going to be able to buy whatever channels you use. Like, I like USA Channel, True TV. There's probably a handful, maybe 6 to 10 channels that I would watch. But yet I have maybe 1,500 channels from my cable TV company.
Right.
Well, I don't watch them. So how fair is that I pay for these channels I don't watch? Well, it'd be more fair. I would rather pay $50 for the 10 channels that I do watch than pay $100 for 1,500 channels that I don't watch.
Okay.
So that's really what's going to happen, is that they're going to say they're going to go to court, and eventually they're going to compromise on this. People are saying, I'm really mad that I got to pay all this money for cable that I can't watch, that I don't watch. And then things like HBO, I have HBO, I pay for HBO through my cable company.
Right.
And yet I can't use my HBO To Go app because Comcast does not let you use it to go. Mm-hmm. If I was with another company like Service Electric or whoever, I'm just picking one out of the sky, I could use it to go, and it would be the same price.
Wow.
But because they're pricks, Comcast is a prick, they won't let me do that, even though I pay for it.
Why?
Who knows? I don't know the reason why. But if I were able to get, I could pay for HBO To Go because they have an HBO To Go program, and I could spend $15 a month instead of the $10 that I spend, and then I could get it to go. But it just kind of sucks because I can't do it this way. So it sucks. All right, where are we at here? Oh yeah, this is really weird. I got 2 Starbucks stories. The one Starbucks story is something you don't want to hear.
I stopped at a Starbucks this morning with one of my riders.
Well, it's good. You don't want to stop at this one because this one, a woman using a restroom at Starbucks in Atlanta claims she found a hidden camera taped in a stall.
Ooh.
The camera was reportedly had dozens of videos on it, including some footage of people using the bathroom has since been confiscated. So we have kind of weird things like that going on. Let's wait for this to play. Eventually, it'll play. Hopefully, it'll play. Maybe it'll play. Maybe it won't. All right. Some things work, some things don't. Okay. Well, now why aren't you playing? Oh, this is why. Some of these, I wish they were consistent.
At the Starbucks in Alpharetta, well, they are unisex, and as soon as a 25-year-old woman noticed a camera under a baby changing station, well,
I don't see, well, they probably took it out, but it was underneath this baby station.
Wow.
She was horrified, and as you would imagine, she snatched the camera down is what she did. She went and gave it to a supervisor. She then took that
I don't know what I would do if I saw a camera like that. I'd freak out.
I know I would.
But I wouldn't give it to the guy because you're going to be on that camera already.
I would call the police.
That's probably what I would do. Because, I mean, you got to have some kind of
supervisor into the bathroom and showed him exactly where she found it. He said that he would file a report with management, but the customer then thought, hey, I should probably call police, and that's exactly what she did.
Yeah, I think that's what she did. So now you know what to do. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. I'd freak out because I'd know that I was on that camera. And I may not tell them because that would freak me out. I don't know. But yeah, that is a strange thing to think about, that somebody is watching you go to the bathroom. That's bizarre. Let's see here. Oh, that's not the sun. That's the one. Here we are. See here. Now you notice that the gas prices have been going up again.
I don't even want to talk about it.
$3 gas is coming to a station near you. I think they're already here.
Some of them, I've seen it as low as $2.83.
Yeah. It's a shame because, we were doing so well with gasoline, and now all of a sudden it seems to be going up again.
It takes $30 to fill my car. It hurts.
Well, that's why I'm looking at electric, because we don't have to worry about that with electric. Just have to worry about kids dying because they're having to get the battery stuff. But it's strange.
Just a few years ago, the fall in oil prices was so dramatic, tumbling more than 75%. But crude is staging a comeback, rising about 20% in the past year. So what is driving the rise? First, demand is much higher than anticipated, especially from countries like China, India, Japan, and South Korea. World consumption is expected to cross 100 million barrels per day in the coming months. And when it does, it will be the first time in history. Second, supply is limited. Even though the United States is flooding the market with crude, the most in 40 years, other major players are doing exactly the opposite. The two largest oil exporters, Saudi Arabia and Russia, are taking millions of barrels off the market to drive up prices. And other big suppliers like Venezuela, Libya, and Nigeria are dealing with economic and political crises at home. That's limiting how much they can produce. Then there's the unknown, Yemeni missile launches into Saudi Arabia, ongoing tensions with regards to the Iran nuclear agreement, U.S. involvement into Syria. All these forces combined have the market worried and driving up that price of crude.
So I don't know.
Annuities from Bright House Financial allow you to take advantage.
I don't know how much of that is true and how much of it is the greed of the countries raising the price. So I don't know. This is crazy. I mean, that's the reason I bought my Prius originally, is that the gas prices were going up and going crazy, and it just seemed like the best way to combat it was to get an efficient car. And the thing is, if you have solar panels and you can make your own energy from the solar panels, you know, why not do it that way? There's no reason to pay the extra money if you don't have to, and you can create your own energy. So I don't know. Just the world's going crazy. So it says these are all the weapons deputies found in the home of a high school student that they said had a long hit list. So it's scary to see what children have access to. And we hear it every week. We hear somebody getting shot at a school, and when's it going to stop? That's the question. So it says the weapons seized by police in North Carolina include a shotgun and several rifles and handguns. And it says here the photo looks a lot like a display table at a gun show. Various handguns, shotguns, and rifles strewn across a table with boxes of ammunition. But this small arsenal of weaponry was found in the bedroom of a North Carolina teen who made out a hit list that included the name of his high school principal. The Macon County Sheriff's Office said the unidentified 16-year-old is a student of Franklin High School. He and his girlfriend created a list which included 11 names of students, and it included the principal, Barry Wood, and others. Officials didn't disclose how the boy acquired the weapons. The teens were involved in a revenge plot and sought to harm other students, the school principal, and members of the law enforcement. Macon County Sheriff Robert Holland told the police. But the weapons included a Winchester .22 caliber rifle, a Mossberg 702 .22 caliber rifle, a Mossberg 12-gauge shotgun, an SKS 7.26 by 39 rifle, a .22 caliber revolver, a .45 caliber pistol, a .22 caliber handgun, and a 9mm handgun. Students on the hit list were notified along with their parents, and Macon County Schools said in a statement that the situation's under control. I'll tell you what, I'd be scared to death if I found out that I was on a hit list like that. That'd be just something you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear that you're a target. But in the same sense, chances are this is a problem of bullying that caused the person or persons to want to, do something about it. But you never know. It says here, looks like there was another shooting over the weekend. I think it was over the weekend. Yeah, May 3rd. Well, May 3rd isn't the weekend. One person fatally shot at Nashville Mall. Suspect is in custody. And see, here's the thing. Once again, how many shootings a week are we hearing about? It's just crazy. It gets to be more and more. And how are they getting well, first off, a lot of the times the people aren't ready for this. This is a big deal because a lot of people are taken by surprise of these shooters.
Breaking news reports of a shooting at the Opry Mills Mall in Nashville. CNN's Victor Blackwell joins us now with the very latest, along with CNN law enforcement analyst Josh Campbell. So, Victor, what do we know?
All right, so we're just getting in from law enforcement sources telling CNN that Metro Nashville police are responding to a shooting at Opry Mills Mall. They've not really given any information about a potential number of victims or if there is a person at large who is still armed. But I can tell you about this mall that it is a very popular location there with movie theaters, a gaming station there right across the street from the Grand Ole Opry. So it is a tourist destination as well. We're still waiting to get information from local officials there. We're checking social media from the police department as well as the mall. They've not said anything officially there, but our law enforcement sources again are telling us that Metro Nashville police are responding to a shooting at Opry Mills Mall. This is in the northeast quadrant of the Nashville area. Erica?
And Josh, in terms of that response, obviously the first thing they want to do is locate a potential shooter while also securing the rest of the mall.
That's right, and a facility of this magnitude, this large, is going to have security agents, officers that are there on the scene, so they'll no doubt be the ones first responding, and then as we see that flood of law enforcement officers coming from the nearby area, they'll attempt to determine is there actual threat here that's still underway, or has it already been mitigated? A lot of details we just don't have right now.
Now, the thing is, I think it turned out to be, let's see, I think I have a follow-up article here. Wait, here's a Deadpool thing. What's this Deadpool thing? Team of Legends will come together. It's coming soon. We're going to get to see this Deadpool coming out real soon. Okay, I don't know where it went to. There we go. Okay. Anyway, I think I have a follow-up article on this here. Let's see. One person shot and in custody. Yeah, this is the follow-up on that. Okay, here we go.
Things shouldn't be.
Oh, that's okay. It says here the suspected gunman in a fatal shooting that occurred outside the Opry Mills in Thursday afternoon has been charged with criminal homicide. A 22-year-old.
To die, and I thought I was never going to see my husband or my daughter again.
Can you imagine what was going through their heads? Panic as gunfire rang out in one of Nashville's most popular malls. Customers and employees all huddled together, praying for safety in the middle of the unthinkable.
My goodness. One person killed. The suspected gunman right now is behind bars and in police custody.
News 4's Alexandria Adams is live for us. She's out at Opry Mills with new information from police overnight. Good morning, Alexandria.
Good morning, Holly and Chris. Yeah, the mall actually will be reopening at their normal business hours this morning. So starting at 10 a.m., those doors will be reopened. Another thing I want to tell you guys about is the fact that they're going to have increased security. I've actually already seen a couple patrol cars out there earlier. We were actually told to move. That's how tight that security is. But yeah, it was less than 24 hours ago when all that chaos and panic broke out inside of the mall when those shots rang out. I want you to take a look, though, at this video from overnight of the suspect, Justin Golson. He appeared in night court. He's now been charged with criminal homicide for fatally shooting DeMarco Churchwell. There's been no bond set for Golson, and the gun actually used in the incident was stolen. There's been an ongoing dispute between both those men, leading to that fight, a lot of yelling and shoving, and ultimately Golson shot Churchwell in the neck, causing him to die. Golson ran to the Grand Ole Opry ticket booth and gave himself up a little bit later on, right after that shooting. Of course, there was a lot of mass chaos and panic inside of the mall. One of those employees who worked at a store says what she had to do to protect her customers.
I had gotten a call on the phone saying that this was not a drill, that there were shots fired, and that I needed to get to the front of the store and get the customers that were in the back with me to safety.
Now, when I come back in about 30 minutes, I'm going to be sharing the criminal history of Justin Golson as well as his ties to Opry Mills Mall. Holly and Chris?
More coming up, Alexandria. Thank you. This morning, we are hearing from the victim's family. DeMarco Churchwell's cousin says he had just graduated from Cambridge High School and he was about to sign a record deal.
In basketball, he loved his family, he loved his friends. He made sure everybody was straight. The connection he had with my kids.
Brown says he was one of 3 siblings. The family had just buried their aunt last Saturday. Chris?
New this morning, we're learning the victim's girlfriend is now facing criminal charges. According to an arrest report, Alexandra Lavender was with DeMarco Churchwell at the time of the shooting. Police found a gun in her purse. It had previously been reported stolen. For more on the shooter's past, the victim, and to hear from some of the shoppers who were inside the Opry Mills Mall during that terrifying incident, you can head to our website, WSMV.com, or you can download the News 4 app if you're on the go. It's all right there.
All right. That's a shame. Once again, you know, someone innocent ends up dying because of some idiots shooting. I mean, the guy's 22 years old. That's so sad. Don't understand why. Says here. Says Golson. Let's see. Yeah, Justin Golson's the guy. Golson fled the mall and ran to a ticket booth across the street at the Grand Ole Opry and placed a gun on the counter. A retired police officer was inside the booth. He reportedly ordered Golson to go outside the building and forced him to the ground. Golson was taken to the police department. According to authorities, Golson, who worked at the mall at the shoe shining kiosk, knew Churchwell, who's the one that was shot, and he told police that their feud originated with a fight with one of the Churchwell's relatives back in March. Goldwell said Churchwell did not threaten him with a gun. However, police did recover 2 pistols from Churchwell's girlfriend, Alexandra Lavender. Lavender, 21, was detained during an investigation. The witness reported seeing a gun inside her purse. Officers said they detained Lavender when she was slow to stop for officers at the mall. According to the police, Lavender did not have a valid handgun permit. The weapon, a loaded 9mm Glock, was reportedly stolen from Davidson County. Lavender was charged with theft of property of $1,000 or less with the possession of weapon. So it's just a shame. People killing other people, and these are young kids. These are young. I mean, he's freaking 22 years old, and he's out there killing people. I don't know. What's this world coming to? So, I don't know. It just is really strange. But, you know, people are wacko. Gun-dealing cop is in trouble. So he's a cop, and he's dealing guns. Sentenced to a year in federal prison. So, not only do we have stupid idiots out there that are shooting at one another, we have a cop that was stupid enough to decide that he wanted to sell guns to kids. So, it just doesn't make sense to me. I see this kind of stuff happen a lot more than we should have seen it. But it says an emotional court hearing, a former Washington, D.C. officer was sentenced to a year in prison for illegally dealing guns, 2 of which were linked to deaths.
He sold them out of his car in parking lots near his home in Chesterfield, Virginia, and to just about anyone who would answer his online gun posts and show up with cash. Richard Wintz, 51, now an ex-D.C. police officer, admits selling up to 24 guns for profit.
Can I ask you about the whole gun sale?
Federal prosecutors say Wintz was an unlicensed gun dealer, selling pistols, rifles, even an AK-47 to buyers responding to his online ads. His ads ran on armslist.com and the Virginia Gun Trader. Wintz told federal agents on one site he had 1,300 postings. There is no record that anyone who bought a gun from Richard Wintz went through a background check. There is evidence his guns ended up in the hands of a convicted felon, people banned from owning guns, and in one case used in a murder. His case highlights how easy it is to advertise guns online and sell to people prohibited from buying them. Thomas Chittum is special agent in charge for the ATF's Washington, D.C. office.
Well, listen, people that know they can't buy firearms and want a firearm anyways generally don't go into gun stores and try to buy them.
Private gun sales require zero paperwork, but according to the law, anyone who makes a profit through the repetitive purchase and resale of firearms is supposed to be a federally registered firearms dealer. Richard Wintz pretended his gun selling was just a hobby, according to court records. He didn't ask if his buyers were felons, drug dealers, mentally unstable, or somehow banned from possessing firearms. He just asked for cash. Peter Newsham, the police chief for Washington, D.C., says his former officer certainly knew the law and chose to break it.
How disappointing was that?
It's a disgrace. It's embarrassing for us to have a member of this agency out there illegally selling firearms. At the end of the day, people are dying because of this.
Along with one of his guns being traced to a murder and a convicted felon, prosecutors say Wintz sold an AK-47 to a mentally troubled former U.S. Marine reservist who was prohibited from owning a weapon and used the gun Wintz sold him to commit suicide. Though some states require additional steps to sell private guns, the federal law, says ATF's Thomas Chittum, is so vague it actually benefits both seller and buyer to know as little as possible about each other.
There's no record-keeping requirement at all on an unlicensed person.
Despite selling an unknown number of guns and selling guns used in murder, suicide, and other crimes, prosecutors are recommending former D.C. police officer Richard Wintz be sentenced to just 12 to 18 months in prison. Drew Griffin, CNN, Washington.
Mr. Wintz? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Welcome to Lovie Systems.
Who would have thought a cop of all things?
Control solutions provider since
you would think that they would have a better moral context. You know, would want to do the right thing. So it's sad to see that he was not afraid to sell those to just about anybody that wanted them. So I guess he'll get his now, because now he's going to have to go to jail. So anyway, all right, it's the end of the show. It's time to go, and I appreciate everyone that's been listening, and I hope to see you guys next week when, as usual, same bat time, same bat channel, and
we're still the one.